YouTube, what's going on? This is your boy J.DAREL, and we are back with another review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5, Episode 10. And let me tell you, so how the hell did you see the episode a week before and still get your review all late? I can't even begin to explain, but let's go ahead and get into this review.
Brian Little.
We kick off this episode with Arian, I guess, speaking to Derek Smith and Betty Idol. This whole episode, I finally got her name right. I actually kind of remember her. I guess because I'm getting ready to go in on both of them is probably the reason why I am remembering the name, but I guess, whatever. But she's giving them the sob story about wanting to be a singer and giving up her life and blaming her sister and Mimi getting on her about that and her doing this, and now she's ready to get back there in the studio to sing. And then even in the confessionals, Derek Smith is, throwing shade and all this stuff, like her credential is just that whatever, I guess she is whatever, I never known her, still don't know her. And then even the names that they're throwing out that she have worked with either has-beens or not even hot no more, or irrelevant. So, mix me with the BS. But anyway, and then they push up the sob story, then Betty, whatever. After meeting with Deb Atney and eating with Tammy and Bammy, and they're discussing, and she's going on about, I seen your friend at K. Michelle listening party, and Arian brought me over. I feel like I was bum rushed. I was uncomfortable, but then immediately, they started talking about I'm a horse and I'm doing this, and my mindset is that, I have a lot of friends in the transgender LGBTQ community, and I have respect for them, but I mean, if I was to go in on her and say this and that, then, they're looking at me like I've done something wrong. And then she goes on and talking about, how, I think I went in a little bit too hard. No, baby. Unless there was scenes that VH1 cut out, Derek Smith read you from chapter 1 to chapter 10, the conclusion bibliography, bio, and the intro. Oh, that was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. That was funny, but yeah. But I get what you're saying, how you're saying we're gonna get to Derek Smith later. So after that, Deb gets on. So, we have to stop at the drama, and, I just want you guys to be on the panel, for the No RIP panel, and we're going to discuss bullying and what it is, do that, and, and then that's when they start saying that, I would like for, she's like, I would like for, damn, it was kills me, it really does. It's like, I would like for B. Smith to be a part of the panel, so I'm going to meet with her. It's like, and Sam was like, how are you going to put somebody on the panel who's a bully? It's like, I don't know, So we get out of that scene and we'll get to the scene with Arian, Betty Idol, Derek Smith, Mimi. So they're all sitting down and discussing that Derek Smith went to go meet with Deb Atney. So at that particular meeting, I'm going to go back to this. At that particular meeting, she met with her. She's all skeptical in the green screen talking about, I heard about her in the industry and I'm skeptical about doing this. I probably more likely she heard about, the thing that happened with Tammy and Betty Idol, brawl. So I will hope that she's a no bullshitter and will come up and discuss, something else. So I'm kind of skeptical. So she gets in there and she's already throwing shade. And she sits down with this broomstick of a wig. That wig looked like the Grinch who stole Christmas then rolled on into the city and trying to sell the kids gifts. I mean, shoulders out to here, chin out to here. I mean, she looked like she's supposed to be a character on. We're not gonna go there. We're not. Cause she looked like one of the bitches that's supposed to be up under the tree. The bad witch is supposed to be up under the hospital. I'm gonna be nice. But yeah, she's meeting with Deb, and Deb was like, sit down, great to meet y'all. And so I want to discuss a couple of things, and you know, the things with my daughter-in-law Tammy, and you know, the things I've got a link going on with the new no RIP, and Betty was like, what is no RIP? It's like, it's a thing that I brought on, you know, that started after my son would committed suicide over bullying in social media. And she's like, I didn't know, I wasn't expecting to hear that about, you know, Deb's son. You know, what do you say to a mother who lost her son? Really, Trick? Whatever. But anyway, she's going and talking about that. So she's like, you know what? I want you to be the pounder, but you know, I don't want no drama. And she's like, my daughter. She's like, well, Tam, you know, what is going on about, you know, the certain situation? I'm sorry. Oh, this shit took me out. I'm sorry. She's talking about the certain situation with Tammy, and then Babby, she's like, I just want you to be on the panel, you know, discuss, because I want all of us to come together from different backgrounds, discuss that even straight people, all of us, LGBTQ community, all of us have been bullied in some manner. And she want, you know, just express her soul. She's like, but I don't want any drama. So she's going back and forth, and she's like, oh, with your daughter Tammy's a Tasmanian devil, and they going back and forth about certain situations, and she's like, what did you just call her? Call Tammy a Tasmanian devil? I don't understand that you would take up for her. And she's like, I don't understand how you're trying to put a discussion that happened with my son. My son is grown. He's his own man. And if he wants to have opinion, he can have his very own, have his own damn opinion. But that does not oppose what Tammy thinks or my views on it. So just like you're holding that against Tammy, you need to hold Betty Idol with that, because Tammy don't have a problem with you. She have a problem with Betty Idol. And obviously Betty Idol had a problem with her before this situation even occurred. But we see your strong-faced, broke ass can't seem to get that through your head, you man. But anyway, after that, let's get back to the talk with having drinks with Arian, Mimi, Derek Smith, and Betty Idol. So, based off the back, they start talking about what happened with Deb Acne and all this situation. And off the bat, Mimi is like, I'm sorry, Tammy, my girl. And so I'm already skeptical about sitting down with this chick who got into a brawl with my girl. So at the end of the day, she's like, so what the hell was going on, and what do I hear about this mess between you and Tammy? So she's like, yeah, so what happened, you know, Waka Flocka had, you know, said something about transgender. You know, I just think about that, and the views on it was very totally disrespectful, and, you know, I just wanted to talk to her about it, and, you know, she just jumped on me. She, like, pulled up my hair, and I'm like, oh, she's getting on my nerves. Her voice just irritating. Just please get off my screen. But anyway, so they're talking, and then Derek Smith started talking about, you know, I met with Deb, and, you know, we started talking about the whole situation at hand, and I just so disappointed at her because she's taking up for Tammy and her views on Waka Flocka, and then it just went left, and she wanted to be a part of this no RIP event that discusses bullying. It's like every time I talk to her, it's like the man came out. I was like, when I talk about Waka Flocka and Tammy, she's like, what you say about my son? I mean, everybody literally was like, and literally bust out laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little kiki out of it when I did, because I wasn't expecting all of that to come out of her. But at the end of the day, you're trying to go shade her, a person who's actually a woman, something that you're trying to be, something that you have not accomplished and will never be accomplished, because this strong ass chin, that mustache that you're trying to cover up, the couture line, that whack ass broom of a lace front you're trying to pull off We can still see your little broke down ass edges that you tried to glue down, and you're still trying to shade someone who is a woman. Someone who's respected in the industry. Someone who we know is in the industry and we don't know nothing about you. Dude. Man. Stud. Bitch, we can still see your biceps and triceps. But you're trying to transition into a woman, trying to shade someone who's actually a woman. But at the end of the day, you're trying to shade her, but at the end of the day, you showed your true teeth. We showed that you would never be a woman. And you would never make that accomplishment of being a woman. Derek Smith. How the hell are you going to expect somebody to respect you and respect your community, but you cannot give respect yourself? But you're going around disrespecting women, something that you're trying to be, something that you're an expiring woman. Something that you want to be, something that you try to be, but just not working out yet. But you're trying to shade someone who's actually a woman. I don't understand it, Derek. You were trying to give us D. Smith, but gave us Derek the whole time you was on this screen. Even in your green screen, you tried to give us demure white woman with class, but your bone structure is giving us Derek Damone Smith. I don't get it. I can't. I don't get it at all. But anyway, let's get on. After that discussion, they push her on to go, hey, you know, it's your voice. It's you supposed to be support. Nobody wants, your bargaining to speak on behalf of LGBTQ community is done. We don't want to hear nothing from you. We don't care about your transition. We don't care about your storyline. And the fact that you're pulling a storyline from an interview that Flocka did years and months ago and trying to pull that into having a storyline, I digress. Because aren't this supposed to be something... Aren't your storyline supposed to be genuine? This is your first year, so you're supposed to have a storyline. And right now, the fact that you're going and just transitioning to a woman, that struggle along is something that you're supposed to be displaying. Why are you worried about Flocka? First of all, Flocka ain't even been on this season. You're confronting the mother and you got a problem with the wife, but you still have not confronted Flocka yet. Why can't y'all do it man to man? Why from Flocka to Derek Damone Smith? I mean, y'all both men. I mean, why you can't talk, bro? You know what? I'm a transitioning woman. You sure? Oh, excuse me. I'm a transitioning woman, and I'm a transgender, and... But, yeah. You get the picture. But anyway, after they boost her little crooked-ass wig to go into this panel, after we already know what happens with Stevie J and with this baby and the situation and all that stuff. We don't care about that. Let's go ahead and get to the end of this scene with Derek Damone Smith and Betty Aldergate. So we get to the panel. I mean, we're having a good time at the panel. We're crying, we're boo-hooing, we're seeing struggle, we're doing all of that. So we're getting to the tea of what it's like to be a transgender, the transitioning, the bullying, and all of that. And in walks D. Smith and Betty Idol. So we get there. They're talking. Tammy splice up on some. You know what? I can't be fake. So she goes after Derek Damone Smith. And they're talking, they're going back and forth, and she's displaying hers, she's displaying hers, and like, and it all goes left, and then all you hear is, I'm like, bitch, you don't talk about me, you don't know what stroke it is, you. Were we getting D. Smith or Derek? Like, bitch, you was giving me Derek. Like, what was going on with your hormones? Did you take your medicine? Did you take your shot? What is really going on? Because you was giving me man instead of woman. And then, I don't know if y'all caught the behind the scenes, but I'm going to give you a little bit of tea. It was a whole bunch of transgender in there. Don't you come against my friend. You don't do this and do that. And they, you know, trying to go back. She's trying to go at Deb. And I don't know if y'all care, but they cut the scene out. But Johnny Blaze was there also, and Johnny Blaze was finna go after Derek Smith, bitch. She's finna attack Betty Idol and Derek Smith, because you already know she don't see it for her anyway. But I mean, it's just going back and forth, and y'all already know Deb, they got pissed off. You know what? Get her out of here. We don't have time for that, and this is ridiculous. We can't come together and spend. I'm done with this shit. I just can't do it anymore. I mean, just all that man came out of her voice, but whatever. All the raspiness thing came out of her voice. I can't even get down to that pitch. But anyway, so it just goes completely left. And even then, we're going to kick back off with that scene of how they went. But anyway, this is your Love and Hip Hop Season 5, Episode 10 review. We're going to be back next week on time and on point with the next review. Make sure you follow me on all social media sites. This is your boy, J.DAREL. Peace.